first and foremost, I'm going to talk about my model, Jenny, here. Actually, can I have you stand up for me, Jenny? So here, turn all the way around. So I actually did my slice and dice technique on her. If you just turn around from the front right here. So if you look, actually, I have some before pictures right on the screen, right? If you look. What I do is, with my slice and dice technique, I'm actually taking slices, micro slices, and micro weaves. So what ends up happening is, you know, you have those clients that actually get highlights, but they're like, I want to be brighter. And it's like, well, babe, maybe you need bleach on the roots. No, not necessarily. This is a hybrid technique that I'm using in order to create maximum brightness while having dimension that looks diffused when it grows out. Okay? I know, that's like a full circle right there. But you can kind of see right here, this is her before picture. And then if you look to the next one, this is her after picture. So with her, what I always really want with my formulation is to make sure that my lightener is thicker. Because if your lightener, I'm talking about maybe like a 2-to-1 ratio, because what ends up happening when you slice, you'll start to notice a bleed. So your thickener, your lightener has to be a little bit thicker. Thank you so much. Can I give a round of applause, Jenny?
Woohoo! Okay, everybody, so let's talk about this gorgeous over here. We look like I don't know, like brothers and sisters, right? Okay, so he hasn't been toned. And I left it like that so you guys can see, and I have a little patch here because I keep teaching tomorrow. So if you guys want to go deeply, just find me at room, I will post it later, I don't remember now. But back here is his curls tone. We just toned it and came up here for you guys to see. So it hasn't been dry completely yet, but I want you guys to see the difference. So the way that I tone him, you guys are going to die. You guys are going to take that home and you guys are going to kill it. So I'm going to talk about his toning, and I'm going to demonstrate the technique on this beautiful model over here. So come on, look down, mamacita, and let's check, check, check. So this technique, guys, is based on high lift and highlight. Write it down. I use a lot of high lift on curly hair because I create that dimension that I was looking on balayage and I never could find. So this technique was created with so much hard work for me, working so many days, not charging my models, not charging the people that I knew, and practice to perfect my technique. So I can't wait to share with you guys. But basically, I don't know if you guys can see some brown pieces, right? And all the ends look more like a balayage type of ombre, right? And you see the base has some of her natural, that she's like a natural level 3 or 4, and some brown and the bright ends. So basically what I'm going to do, guys, when my clients come in, I want them to have the curls on the natural stage. Do not ever let them blow dry straight, brush it, let me help you. No, don't help me. And the reason why I don't want them to help me, because I want to see it, mama. I'm telling you, you have to see it. Curly hair is extremely uneven. You can have one curl type 3 here, 4, 5. I see clients that have even 3 or 4 different type of texture and porosity. So when that happens, how are you going to identify if the curls are stretched, right? Another thing, guys, I like to identify that also because I work with elasticity. If you can tell both of them, the curls are still the same, like they start. Olivia, you want to put the before?
Yes, absolutely.
So we haven't done the after because he has the little patch, whatever, but we're going to have some pictures for you guys. They're not on the screen yet, but they will at one point. But let's keep talking about what I do. So normally, they will come in, and I have a wet brush and this extraordinary leave-in conditioner from Masani. I love it. It's a really lightweight leave-in conditioner. I bet there is a bunch of brands that have good one. This is my favorite. So they're going to come in. You're going to take what? A before picture. Remember, because they signed my contract. And even if I don't use you in social media, I wanted the before as a record. Don't tell me, oh, my hair didn't look like that. You know how many clients, when you show the back of the picture, they're like, my hair looked that bad. I was like, yes, it looked really bad, girl. Because they don't see. They don't walk around showing the back of the hair, you know? So that picture may prove what you did, right? So she's going to come in. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start sectioning her hair. So on my technique, I section the hair in 4 or in 6, depending how big is the head and how much hair she has. Clear. So when we're talking about the way curls move, of course, there is a lot of things that you have to have in consideration, right? If you put the hair up, if you put it down, how the curls move. But either or, I do my section and I work from the outside to the inside. Ready? So she's going to come in, and I'm just going to show you exactly how I'm going to do it. So this is going to be, I do my fingers a lot. Even cutting, I use my shears a lot. Even cutting, I don't use nothing else on curly hair. So this is going to be, Olivia, the pictures never came out. I don't know what happened. Should we forget about it?
What?
People are going to get mad at us.
We're going to show it on her stories later. So you guys could go to Leysa's Instagram page, Leysa Hair and Makeup, and you'll be able to see her after picture.
Okay. So this is going to show, I don't know if you guys can see the brown.
Turn your head towards me, baby.
And you guys see the ends, right? So normally, when I was looking and taking education for balayage, I was like, oh my gosh, everybody use 30 and 40 volume, and it's open air, and it's a clay. And I never wanted to modify the texture of the hair, so I was like, this is not working for me. I don't want to use nothing more than 20 ever on curly hair, and I want it to be blonde. I don't know you guys, but I'm from Las Vegas. People over there are fake. They want to be blonde today, you know what I'm saying? They're not like, oh, come tomorrow, no, come tomorrow. No, they want to be blonde now, and you have to deliver it. So I learned my ways, and I was, okay, I have to figure it out. So this is it, guys. You spray the leave-in conditioner. You get the wet brush, not this way, start from the ends. No modified in the curl. Brush, 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 and voila. Next tip. I do not fold my foils. I leave the foils the length of the hair. And do not ever cut the foil when the hair is like this, trying to stretch the hair. I make sure that this is the length. The reason why, guys, I want to see those curls over there. You need a space. When you fold the foils, the curls are touching. This is the same rule with straight hair. Less hair you have on the foil, the better. More hair touching, overlaying, less lift. Clear? So please, do not ever do that. Okay. I'm a little animated, so I hope you guys have fun with me.
Do you know how fun it is to work with Leysa? Like every single day. It's a good thing I'm in Miami and you're in LA. So anyways, so one thing I want to show you guys was our formulation. So if you guys look up at the top, you can see that I'm using a Joico Blonde Life. Can you please put the thing on my slides real quick? I'm using a Joico Blonde Life, and I'm doing that with 20 in the back. You don't even have to look at the slides. 20 in the back, 30 towards the front. So I'm working in volumes. The reason why I want to do that is, number one, she has a lot of hair. I'm not kidding you. It usually always takes me anywhere from like an hour and 15 to like an hour and 30 to really precisely get in. And the reason why is because I take my time. You know what's funny? Like as soon as I got out of school, I was like really, really slow. And then I got like fast, and now I'm slow again. Because what I'm ending up doing is I'm actually going through and making sure I'm picking up those pieces, whether it be a low light to get her brighter or a highlight to keep her dimension. And that's what I've been doing, especially with my slice and dice technique. So you can kind of see right here, this piece is a slice, okay? Show from the front. This piece is a slice. And then what ends up happening is you have your dice right underneath it. Do you see that minuscule dimension? So as this hair grows out, when you're backing a heavy weave to a smaller dice, it creates more of a section. So when you're doing an actual slice, everyone's probably thinking in their mind, that's going to bleed. No, if you have the right formula for your lightener, as well as taking your sections correctly. So what I do, pro tip, I take the slice from the center, and I go like this. I see now where that slice is going to live on the head. That's how you can start to see how big your slices is. And then another thing that I do is a base breaker, which we'll talk about a little bit. But Leysa, you want to go over your formulation?
Okay, so this is, guys, a good example of my combination between the high lift and the highlight. So the first tip was do not fold the foils. You want that oxidation to happen, and you want to see it. And also, you want to bring that curl to the side and check for elasticity. Okay, so here it's important you guys look at my balls now, because they both have conditioner. I'm not going to do this over again, so I want you to understand that this ball is going to have the high lift. So the high lift, the formulation is right there, is 12-19 with 20 volume. Why do I use 20 volume with high lift? Because I don't want to be dealing with orange I want just a minimal level of lift so she have a brown hair.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear
Can you
that?
say that one more time? Because that is like mind-blowing to me.
That's what she said. To me, it wasn't. Okay. So high lift, guys, is a softer way of lining the hair. So if you do 30 and 40, you can get the hair pretty blonde. On my case, on curly hair, I want it to be on the brownest stage because I want to create that dimension the balayage does, but inside foils. So on this one, that is a clear. These are really cute, guys, from Color Track. If you guys want to check them out, they're so cute. But this clear ball that is light is going to have the highlight, and this one dark is going to have the high lift. So also, the third tip for you guys, I mix, and I break the rules, and I'm glad to say it, I mix 3 parts of developer with 1 part of liner. Reason why? 1, 2, and 3. So 1, curly hair is extremely porous and the cuticle is raised and open. You're going to get the lift like this. So number 2, developer is literally what activates the liner. That's it. The power is on the powder. So stop thinking that putting 30 and 40, you're going to lift the liner. No, you're going to bust the cuticle and the hair is going to be broken and the curls are going to be gone. So I rather do a small sections inside the foils and be there forever. I don't care if I have to stay with her the whole day. Because you know what? I'm going to charge her. Because when you do curly hair, it's more hair, more time, and you become somebody special, guys. You become somebody that is doing something that nobody else does. Remember, keep in mind what clients come to you. Because we all have something special to offer. And when you do curly hair, guys, I'm telling you, you connect with your clients differently. And it's more time, more money, and more product. And they appreciate and understand. So this technique, guys, lasts minimum 4 months. I'm not kidding. And when you're going to come back, we're going to go around and we're going to kind of do like a touch-up. But basically, if you do this and you knock it down, it's going to last forever. So you can see over here, sections are going to be 1.5 inches to 2 inches. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a typical weaving. And I'm going to put my liner, that is what? 3 parts of developer, right? 1 part of liner. Because we don't need more than that. So, what else? We don't fold the foils. We're just going to sandwich them. Because later, you're going to check for that elasticity on those curls, that they're fine or what. So then, on the next section, guys, I'm going to tease. And I know it's hard to see it over here because this head is already done. But I'm going to tease on the following section. And I'm going to show you, blowing you guys' mind again, how to properly tease and de-tease. And you're going to love me forever. But remember, this is going to be what? High lift on the dark bowl, right? So I'm going to go, and I'm going to move you a little bit this way so everybody can see it. And I'm going to go, and I'm going to put the high lift. Do you see the brown? Where the high lift was applied? Everybody can see that? I don't know if the camera guy he's good. Okay, so then, guys, I'm going to get product. You have to get product with curly hair. Don't be cheap. Don't save. You have to mix a lot. Because that hair is going to absorb. But remember, what? You're going to charge for it because you're doing a specific hair that nobody else does, right? So this is the #1 tip that we both do without even notice. And this technique, that's why it goes so well on wavy straight hair as well. So over here, the pencil section, you're going to do a V or a W. So the section is not that wide because I haven't got up here, so I did a V. Do you see that? So as soon as I go higher, I'm going to do Ws. And on the second half, like you can see, I'm going to be working with my blonde. They will be what? Highlight, right? Swatch scarf blonde me with 20. Everybody with me? So what is going to happen, guys? This foil is going to have a highlight. And the underneath is going to have that dimension that is going to support the highlight. Remember, when you do light and you put dark, you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to bring that light to the roof. Clear? You're going to sandwich it. And I'm going to keep going. So, Olivia, what's up?
Okay, so if the cameraman could actually zoom in very, very close to what I'm doing right now, I want to show you how much time that I really dedicate to weaving. Because what ends up happening is every client looks like her because I'm never, ever overlapping. So what I do is I actually grab the hair right here, and you can start to see some, zoom, okay. So you can actually start to see some of this dimension. I pick a blonde, blonde, blonde. Every single time, I know my pattern, okay? Very, very tiny sections, okay? So what ends up happening is when you take smaller sections, number one, it lifts faster. Okay, write that down. It lifts faster, and then also, when you're taking baby sections back to back to back, it looks like that hair is growing out of her head. And that's what my clients have been asking for, that want that maximum brightness. But let me give you another little pro tip that I've been doing lately. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of base breakers in here, but it is next level when it comes to, number one, making them brighter, blonder, especially for those who put their hair up or that want that diffused look. Do you understand that since I've incorporated base breakers, I made $35,000 last year and I didn't even apply the base breaker?
And you blow my mind with that, guys. Come on, that was like,
yeah.
I was like, whoa.
I charge $55.
I thought I self-product, but she was like, girl, products.
I mean, $35,000, that's like a couple of vacations, right? I actually decided that when I was first introduced to it, I used the Joico Neutral Base Breaker. I wait till she's completely processed. At the bowl is when I apply it. For levels 7 and up, 2 to 3 minutes. For levels 7 and down, 4 to 5 minutes. So what ends up happening is I actually have a base breaker on my hair right now. Yes, I am naturally blonde, but what it does is it actually just bumps your level up just a tiny bit, so when you bump up, you diffuse out again, okay? I'm all about no hard demarcations when it comes to showcasing. So if you guys do go onto my Instagram page, you'll see that a lot of my blondes, it looks so fluid because of, number one, of course, what I said with my foiling technique, and then I'm lifting up, and also when I do my color melts, I base break. So you guys might be thinking, well, why would you do that? If you're lifting up to deposit down, well, think about this with balayage. So you're doing your balayage, okay? You know that little warm spot sometimes that you receive? Okay. What you're gonna do is, at the sink, you're gonna put the base breaker on, you're going to lift up to diffuse down. So now that warm spot up here is neutralized in that area. So when it comes to your color melting, it's going to be so much easier to not have to diffuse that line right there. Base breaking, I'm not kidding you, right now is the biggest secret that I have been doing on all of my videos. And it is changing the game for me. It's changing the game for my pockets. It's changing the game. I even have clients just come in for a base breaker and a color melt.
Yep.
I'll charge anywhere from $65 to $85 for a color melt with an additional $55. It is an add-on service. And everyone's asking for it. Leysa, what are you up to?
I mean, literally, guys, it's a lot that goes and a lot of information on curly hair. Of course, tomorrow we'll be teaching the Forever Curls class that it will be just an hour of this. But I want to just talk a couple of things, touch in a couple of things. Okay, so first thing, I don't smash my foils. I want that oxidation to happen. So that's what is going to give you the lift, if you guys don't know that. You know, because that oxidation gets in, the air gets in, and the bubbles happen, and they connect, and your hair is going to get light. So basically, that's one of the top tips that I have for you. Another one would be, you can alternate this however you want. So from now today, you're going to leave, and you can alternate this technique however you want. Sometimes I do 3 foils with just weaving, right? Just highlight, highlight. And maybe the 4th one, I do the high lift and the highlight. That's for people that are asking, I want to be super blonde. But at the same time, you want to break it a little bit. So it would be either or. You can do even 1 and 1. You can do 2 and 2. And you're going to love this forever. But my old tip that I have is going to be, how do you brush the teeth?
Yes.
So remember, guys, this is not an updo, okay? I don't want you guys going crazy, huh? This is a hair that already has texture, right? So you're going to stay in front of your section, and the only thing you're going to do, you're going to push. Do you see how I push? Just push, and that's it.
You what?
Push.
Push?
Push.
Yeah.
Push. Okay, so she's going to go to the bowl, right? We're going to rinse the color. she's gonna come back and you're gonna detangle the hair on the same position that you tease. Because the problem is, guys, you guys are over-directing the hair on the shampoo ball, and it's just a chaos, as you said, right?
Yeah.
Chaos.
Chaos, yeah.
Chaos. Okay, so you go and come back with the magical leave-in conditioner, and you're gonna just spray on that tease. That's it. Once again, you're gonna get your brush this way, not that way. And guys, you're gonna just tap. This is not brushing the hair. This is detangle the tease. So it's gonna be tap, 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 tap. Do you see that? I don't want you to try to put all your brush tease all the way in, because it's not gonna work. You're gonna get stuck. So first, you're gonna braid the tease, just tap, tap, tap. And this works with any hair type, not just with curly hair. But if it works with curly hair, come on, you can do it on any hair. Tap, 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 and then you're gonna slide all the way to the end, and voila, this is it. You can smudge, you can tone, you can do the shadow root, whatever you're planning. Okay, guys, the other top tip that I have, because this has been like, okay, we have 3 minutes, 2 minutes, okay? So I don't know if you can see on him, he has also the blonde. He has the brown. Everybody see the brown? I'm gonna put your hair down. And he has a lot of shrinkage. Look at his hair, how healthy it is. And we haven't toned. For you guys that came later, we haven't toned this hair. And this is the hair tone that we toned just right when he came. Beautiful. You see the difference? So who want to know how I toned this and I toned my hair? Yes! So guys, I tone curly hair, and pretty much most of my clients, if the curls are healthy, I do it with permanent color. Why? Because that harmony is going to help to lift and deposit. Wow, huh? I got you guys, huh? So what I did on him, I used a straight pigment. I don't know if you guys saw those additives that all brands has that is 0.11, 0.22, 0.22, 0.23, whatever. You know, depends what you're looking for. So on him, I did 0.11 for 5 minutes with 10 volume. You don't need more than 10 volume. Look at the difference. You know what? Because the harmony is going to lift an extra level. Now, the hair is really healthy, and he's stuck in kind of like a level 8 that you don't want. Use 15. So you're going to get one level, and you're going to deposit at the same time. Another tip that is done, I'm like, wow. These clients would never complain, my hair, my tone is being fade. The last time I toned my hair, guys, and my assistant is here, guys, give an applause. She's so amazing.
Yeah.
She can tell you, the last time I toned this hair, guys, was 8 months ago.
Wow.
With a 0.12. I'm not kidding. So I did some highlights, and she just toned the base. Because I like this kind of blonde that is just like right there. It's not too ashy, it's not too gold. And you're going to get that, and you're going to love it.